Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Unhidden Heroines. My name is Jenny. I am a traveling e-commerce entrepreneur, published author, writer, a traveling English teacher, and just a rogue haver of adventures along life's way. So I have been wanting to make these videos for quite a while about e-commerce, but being the perfectionist that I am, I've overthought it. I have thought, well, I need to make it perfect. I need to divide it up into smaller topics, and then I get clogged with my ideas. And finally I said, I just want to make a video really talking about e-commerce and how I started my my print-on-demand e-commerce business almost 2 years ago. I'm approaching the 2-year anniversary of the launch of my company. I have so much content that I can actually give to help people. So I just thought, you know what? I am going to come from a place of authenticity. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to try to stay in order and as organized as possible with the things I have to share with you. Whoever's meant to see this will see it. Whoever's not won't. If you have questions about things as I go, or videos that you would like for me to make after you see this whole video and you're left with questions and doubts and you would like to know more info about certain many topics, please comment. I would be interested to know. If I can help you, I will help you. I have discovered my passion of e-commerce. I want to talk about first where this passion started. Pandemic hit, whole world caught on fire. Okay, I was in Bogota, Colombia. I was on strict martial law lockdown for 5 months. At that time, that closed a chapter of 3 years that I had been spending backpacking alone through 6 countries in South America. All of a sudden, I could no longer go on this rogue adventure on the outside, right? And I knew it was time to go on a rogue adventure on the inside of me and write my book to get my story out there to the world. I knew it was going to help a lot of women. I was finally able to get back to the United States on a humanitarian flight. And after 9 months of pouring my heart and my soul into my book and my story, I had just submitted my manuscript to my editor. The morning after that, I woke up and it was so strange to have this big open space in my life of I no longer have my book to focus on. And this has been my life all day, every day with my entire soul for, it was more like almost 8 months before I got it into her hands. And I got online and I was thinking, I've been traveling for a long time and I was always looking for ways to make passive income or to make money online that didn't just include teaching English, okay? So I was enjoying finally a day off for the first time in a long time, and I got on YouTube, and I was just thinking, gosh, there are billions of dollars available in this world. Other people are figuring out ways to make money online or how to figure out algorithms with different social media platforms in different ways. And they have multiple streams of income, and they are making money hand over fist. Like, how am I not able to figure that out? Why am I not worthy of that? I am worthy of that. But, it's like the things in life that push us to look for things deeper and more beyond. And my path of traveling had pushed me to look beyond the walls of an office building or an actual job, right? To look for ways to make income in exchange for my work and my talent. So what happened? I was on YouTube. I found Wholesale Ted, her channel, and it was like, I think it was 100 ways to make income online, or I don't know. And I was just listening to things, and I've learned to listen to my intuition and things that go ping, ping, or things I need to pay attention to, and learning to know the difference so that I know when to make a move. Not all moves are good moves, okay? And I heard her mention a print-on-demand t-shirt company. And I was like, whoa, print-on-demand? What is this whole print-on-demand thing? And I didn't know anything about it. And then she was explaining Print-on-Demand t-shirt company and how this changed the whole game for the business world or anyone really wanting to start an online business, the whole print-on-demand concept that Amazon started with KDP. They changed the book publishing world because in the past you'd have to find a literary agent, or you would have to find a publisher, or you would have to order hundreds of books and pay your own money for a minimum quantity of books to start out if you wanted to buy your own books and do your own marketing and stuff. And Amazon changed all of that by allowing people to self-publish, which is a world I could relate to that because I was doing that at that very moment. I was going to self-publish my memoir. So I understood that. So that if you just want to order one copy, you can. It's a print-on-demand thing. You print one, whether it's just 1 or 5. And then other businesses apply this concept to t-shirts and apparel, hats, shower curtains, bath mats, pet collars. The list. I mean, it's a multitude of different products. And that changed the t-shirt world because in the past, if you wanted to start a t-shirt business, you would have to try different designs. You wouldn't really know what worked, what didn't. but you would have to order hundreds of different sizes. You wouldn't know how many smalls you need, how many mediums, how many 3Xs, find out the best supplier, order your designs, no guarantee if they would sell or not. Anyway, it would cost a lot up front to do. Other product companies adopted the concept of print on demand, and then they expanded it not only from t-shirts, but to offering this wide range of products that changed the whole world. Anyway, so it all started with that concept. Something in me just really said, and then she said, if you're interested, down in the comments, if you want to check out my tutorial about how to set up a Shopify store, here's how you go about doing it. And at that time, and I didn't have a whole lot of money. I had just been backpacking for 3 years. I had been roughing it. I had gone through loneliness, hunger, thirst, shelter, fear of not having shelter, 5 months in a pandemic. I mean, just living with bare minimum basics, doing volunteerships in hostels, living with little, my whole life in a suitcase on my back for 3 years. So I didn't have like tons of money hand over fist to just be like, I was like, man, it's $67 a month. I think it's worth investing in. The way that it really triggered passion inside of me, I think it's worth it to invest in $67. If it turns out that I don't like it, I paid $67 for a tutorial about what it means. I acquired knowledge. And that's knowledge that no one can take away from me. That's worth it. That increases my asset, my value as a human being, as an asset, like value, knowledge. What happened was I took the tutorial, I ended up setting up, and it made me look inside of myself to ask, I knew my passion wasn't t-shirts. That was one hang up. I was like, I'm just not feeling this whole t-shirt thing. I don't care about t-shirts. I'm not even really that much of a t-shirt wearer. The point of sharing all this is you never know what life is going to lead you to. When you have an open heart and an open mind, pay attention to those pings. They're guideposts along the way that are leading us to something that's treasure, okay? And so I asked myself, if it's not t-shirts, okay, I'm really intrigued by this whole idea, okay? Sarah's video, she had introduced the difference between Printify and Printful. Let me explain the differences between those two. Printify and Printful are print-on-demand companies that provide products. The difference between Printify and Printful, first of all, Printify is less expensive. Printful is more pricey. Printify is basically more like a hub where different print-on-demand companies can post their products that they offer. For example, if I want to design a t-shirt, a Bella Canvas 3001, which is whether you get a Bella Canvas 3001 on Printful, Printify, from Merch Eyes, from Yoicole, there's so many companies now. A Bella Canvas 2000 or a Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt, unisex t-shirt, is going to be the same. It doesn't matter what company. It's the mark, the brand, the model, the car, right? So if I say, okay, let's say I have a really cute little flower design. Okay, I want to put that on a t-shirt. I'll say I want to design a Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt. Okay, this is Printify. So what happens at that point is the different suppliers that are affiliated with Printify or that have their hub hosted on there, they will come up and you can see which company offers that specific t-shirt and what colors they offer it in, what price they're selling it for, if they offer international shipping or only domestic shipping in the United States, what shipping costs for either of those options depending on what they offer. I can't remember at this time what all the shipping time estimates. Okay, so the difference between, so that's just an example, whether it's a coffee mug, a t-shirt, a hoodie, a pair of leggings. Okay, that's how Printify operates. Now, Printful, on the other hand, it's not a hub of numerous different companies. Printful is its one own company, but it has 13 different fulfillment places around the world. And they are a little bit more pricey. What matters between these two companies, like why I'm telling you this, is I knew that t-shirts was not my thing. A t-shirt is a t-shirt is a t-shirt is a t-shirt. Yes, there's nicer t-shirts. There's feminine fit t-shirts. There's masculine t-shirts, athletic t-shirts, all over print t-shirts. It wasn't my thing. What was my thing? That's what made me ask. And this is why I'm saying this is what led me to my decision about what print provider to choose, because I knew that I had always been passionate about leggings. I had always been an athlete. I played sports all my life. I had always been a more athletic, clothes-wearing kind of chick. I had gone through a significant weight gain in my early 30s, where at my biggest I was 240 pounds. And what I do know is that whether I was 160 pounds or I was 240 pounds, what I was offered as a legging lover was not the same. I knew that whenever I was bigger, I still wanted to wear wild, crazy designs. I've always loved wild, crazy designs, the black tank top, wear to the gym, wear to the supermarket, wear to drink coffee with my friends, wear to the university. I was that girl, that legging lover. And it would always, I would think, oh, I found a company that offers 3X or 4X or, it's in between sizes, a 2X. And what I was finding was, yeah, they may have offered that size, but they would offer it in maybe some really not attractive floral prints or black or gray, because for God's sakes, at a bigger size, don't stand out, is how I felt what they were saying to me as a consumer. The quality wasn't great. If I found a company that their quality was good, they only offered black or gray, but not wild, crazy, fun designs. I knew that I wanted to create leggings. So that was when I wanted to create leggings that were available. I never thought it was fair when I was looking for a pair of leggings at my biggest size, that I would always, I just felt left out. I would see, well, they already are putting my sizes over here on this side of the store. They're singling me out. We're not allowed to shop with women who are half my size. Why? I don't understand that. Okay, and then that makes it an even more bigger of a difference that skinny girls are offered something that bigger girls are not offered. Well, how come they have 50 designs that are bright and vibrant and fun and funny, and they have matching sports bras or matching things that go with them, or we've got these options? I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't fair. I just feel like I knew that I wanted to be able to offer at least 100 unique, off-the-wall, crazy shit, rock your mind patterns for different themes for women. Those designs available on all sizes, from extra small all the way up to as big as I could find leggings. I knew that was a problem that I wanted to fix. I wanted to also present consistency with my brand. It was from a provider that I would believe in. What is a company that I would have confidence in standing behind? Print quality, sizing and its accuracy, the quality of leggings, the shipping, the integrity. I know I can stand by my integrity, but if I am depending on this print-on-demand provider to outsource my product, are they going to be consistent? Because if they are not consistent, that reflects my integrity, and we must be in alignment. If I'm going to build customer trust over the course of time, because that was another factor that I looked at, guys. It was, what's the vision of my brand? And here's another factor that came into play for me was I wasn't looking for a one-stop shop where I could just have one crazy design go viral that would make me $10,000 over one night and then say, woof, I did it. Now let me make a viral YouTube video about it and then be off the market. There's nothing wrong with that if that's your game plan. But that wasn't my MO. My MO was I want to create a brand over the course of time. So I need a company that's going to offer me, and I also had an international vision for my company because I knew that my book, first of all, I'm a traveler, I'm a backpacker. I knew that my book was going to reach women across borders and impact women's lives across borders. I wanted to create travel designs. We were stuck in a pandemic. I wasn't able to go out and travel, which broke my heart, but I also was in the middle of a travel community on social media we were all mourning the loss of the same thing. We couldn't travel. So it all started with wanting to create leggings, but also it started with travel designs. I wanted to create designs that also, we can't go out into the world, but I can bring the world to you. I can create travel brands to where you can connect with energy across borders, whether you're actively traveling or not, and you can still wear something that brings you that same joy inside of you, even when you can't travel, because the world's on fire. Okay, so that's where the pandemic came in to give me something beautiful as an inspiration for some of my travel designs. I wanted women of all over the world in different sizes to be able to have access to these crazy designs. So I needed a company that was going to offer international shipping, and I needed a company that was also going to offer international shipping, that was going to offer branding, was another thing. So all of this to say, I started kind of playing around on Printify. Why? Printify's prices were more attractive. I was just starting out. I didn't have a whole lot. I was learning how to make designs. At that time, I didn't know that I could make my own. I found a way to go. I went to go harvest marijuana at my friend's grow shop so that I could make an extra $100 so that I could pay. I found a designer on Fiverr. That's another website that is extremely important, Fiverr. As a side note, let me tell you, I do have affiliate links for all of these things that I am intentionally choosing not to include in the comments as affiliate links. Because I know as a YouTube video watcher, I know that when someone is marketing something to me or explaining a concept and they include affiliate links, I'm not really sure if I should still trust them. Because for me, I'm thinking, well, are they just telling me this stuff because they want me to sign up on their affiliate link, or do they mean what they're saying? I could make money off of that. One day I probably will, but it is important to me that I build trust with you in this moment because I am giving you something golden that I have discovered along my journey with this whole process with e-commerce. So all that to say, Fiverr. I am including a link in the comments. The links I am including in today's comments and description below the video are not affiliate links. So Fiverr.com is a website where you can go outsource work, any kind of work, YouTube video editing, graphic design, SEO, marketing, Pinterest marketing, someone to build you an Etsy store, the list, translation services, editing or proofreading services, ghostwriting services, blog article writing, anything. So I went to Fiverr.com and I found a girl who her specialty was all over print patterns for leggings. And so I started with that, guys. That's how I discovered her, and figured out how to make my first 10 pairs of leggings on Printify. Was so excited. Oh my God, I just created these pairs of leggings myself. I worked to pay this $100 to this girl to create designs. I dreamt of these designs. They were still my inspiration. She helped me do it. I put these on leggings. I have figured out how to set up. I originally chose Shopify. That's another thing. I originally chose Shopify as my host, which I'll get into that next. This is so cool. Like, I started posting pictures on my social media. I started building my store launch. I had built such a huge following for my travels. I had people that were waiting on the edges of their seats for the last 2 years of my journey for my book. They were wanting me to write, who had been following me on just my travels. And they knew where I'd come from with my life, and so they were very inspired by me and were watching me. So of course I had a huge support system. People were like, what? Print-on-Demand business, creating your brand, etc. Okay, I will tell you this. I am so glad that I invested. Again, I went to go flip burgers at the bar down the street. Currently in the United States, I don't have a vehicle. Like I said, I've been backpacking. I left the United States on a one-way ticket, left everything behind. So when I went back there, I was like, I don't have a vehicle. Where am I going to work? I walked down the street to a bar a mile down the road to go flip burgers and go work the door to make extra bucks to finance this. I believed in myself. I believed in my story. I believed in my brand. I believed in my passion. I believed in everything that I was doing. So for me, it was like, go get it. If it's go make it $100. How can you go make an extra $100? How can we make an extra $200 to invest in what we're doing, right? It was passion, passion, passion. Well, I'm so glad that I did invest in some of those sample leggings from Printify. I wanted to see how my designs would come out. I wanted to see the quality of the legging, the quality of the print. And I'm so glad that I did that because it was not to my standard. Now it may be to yours. So those of you who are Printful, diehard Printify, who are diehard Printify fans and you do everything Printify, good for you. Printify would work great if you have stuff like a coffee mug because Printful is expensive. Okay, it's more expensive. Their products are more expensive. I'm gonna get into that in just a moment. If you have clothes that you were looking at building a long-term brand and it's not just a simple Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt that will be across the board the same no matter what company you choose, really think twice about who you go with. I was looking at the quality of my leggings. I wanted to be a really unique brand over the course of time. I had named also, on a side note, I had decided to name my book series Unhidden Heroines. Unhidden Heroines. Okay, so there I had decided that I wanted to name my legging business or my online store, Unhidden Heroines, and also the name of this YouTube channel is Unhidden Heroines. Okay? So what does that mean? It was important to me to give a shit what the image of my business is. It is important to me to have an image. When I wear a bag to the beach, I want my branding on it. When I bring a nice tote bag to carry my books in to sign and sell copies of my book, or I'm going to go out and write, or I wear a nicer outfit and I'm seen out in public and I'm doing networking out and I'm representing myself as an entrepreneur and as a published author, I have branding on me. I always have branding on me. This brings me to my next point. I had learned that Printify, I was like, oh, this is going to be a big problem with customers because their sizing is not true. I got a 2X. At that time, I had lost a lot of weight. I'd been backpacking and stuff, but I was still a bigger girl. A 2X didn't even fit up my thighs. I was like, oh no. And a 2X from Target or Walmart would have been loose around my waist. So I'm like, okay, this is a disaster in the making with consistency with product. Customers are not going to be happy. I am going to lose money in the long run. Customers are not going to come back to my brand. It's going to be a nightmare with returns and refunds and all stuff. I'm not doing that. I would rather invest more going forward and know what my customers are getting. Do I believe in that product? Do I stand behind the print quality? Do I stand behind the customer service and the shipping and the quality? And I know, is my integrity aligned with that with my print provider? I also had discovered at this time, like I said, I had began everything on Shopify. Shopify that was another thing because I had started my stuff on Wholesale TED. Hers was how to set up a Shopify store. It was a great love and enjoy, wonderful experience to learn how to set up a Shopify store. And guess what? Now I know how to do it. However, guess what? You're going to see a lot of videos where people say, get rich quick, setting up a print-on-demand store. Set it up for free. How to make money for free. Bullshit. Okay, and I bit the hook on that too. I was like, oh, it appealed to me because I was like, oh, I'm a backpacker and I don't have a whole lot to put down. But guess what? Yes, Printify offers. Yes, Printify you can do for free. They have a free membership, but it gives you limited functions. Okay, so Shopify is an online platform. There are so many: Shopify, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, so many. Her tutorials was just through Shopify, and there was a 14-day free trial. So I was like, okay, well, in my mind, I was like, get everything set up in 14 days, and I'm going to have my store launch. People are interested in what I'm doing. I'll make, after 14 days, however, it's $29 a month, $29.99. Now, that's for basic membership. So $29.99 a month, if you have consistent income, if you have savings, and you're like, I'm just having fun, this is a hobby, go for it. However, in my situation, and many people watching this, we're not in that situation. That's why we're looking for these opportunities. It's like, how can I increase my income? We're looking for different ways. So, all that to say, at this point, I decided to switch to Printful. I also wanted branding. Here's another thing with Printify. If a customer orders pairs of leggings from my store and a tank top and a coffee mug with it and an empowering slogan to go with it, well, with Printify, remember how I said to come with different hubs from different vendors? Well, maybe they all come from different vendors. So if someone buys and they spend $100 on my store or $120 at my store, so all of this stuff would go out separately and arrive separately. To me, I didn't like that. To me, I was like, no, I don't like that. To me, I want branding. Branding is important. I am building a brand. Like I mentioned, my book series, Unhidden Heroines, my YouTube channel, Unhidden Heroines, my clothing line, Unhidden Heroines. When you look up one thing, you find all of them. That is a market strategy that I thought up. I was like, if you look up one, I want you to find it all. That's less marketing energy for me. It all comes together in a package. All of it is found when I am creating content, or when someone looks up my book, they find everything else. Someone looks at my YouTube channel, they find everything else. Someone looks up my clothing line, they find everything else, right? I didn't like that, and I didn't like also that with Printify, if I did choose like a pair of leggings or a t-shirt, they didn't offer the opportunity to include branding with it, like putting a tag in clothes. So at this point, I was like, man, Printful is going to be more expensive. Gosh, I was already going to have to sell my leggings for $40 a piece to at least make a little bit of profit, like through Printify. but gosh, as a new brand, are people going to trust me enough to spend $50 or $60 on a pair of leggings? Printful is going to be more expensive. But I went ahead and decided to take the leap. Why? I discovered that Printful's leggings are available in sizes 2 extra small. Now, when I started doing this research, at first I was just like, well, Printify's cheaper. I'm just going to go with the cheaper route. Here's why you shouldn't always do that, okay? Look at your options. The universe will provide a way. When you are ready to go through a door, the universe will provide a way. I can tell you that. So I went to Printful, and I was like, okay, I'm not quitting. Okay, I believe in my brand. I believe in what I'm doing. I am going to launch my store at midnight on January 1st of 2021. I've got to figure out a different solution for a provider. I have a vision for what I desire, and I believe it's out there. And I'm going to keep knocking on doors until one opens. I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's when I was like, okay, well, look into Printful. And I saw their prices, and I was like, oof. I thought, try a pair. Again, I'm still flipping burgers. I'm doing side work. I'm cleaning houses. I'm trying to figure it out. Calling friends, hey, do you have side work? Can I help you organize closets? I'm trying to raise money for sample products. I'm trying to raise money to figure this stuff out. I launched an online business on January 1st while my book is being edited. And I had friends that were amazing. They offered to help and give me work so that I could have income to finance these things. So I designed a couple of pairs of leggings on Printful. And here's what really excited me was, holy crap, Printful's leggings, they had a number of different leggings. It's all from the same provider. So if you order a pair of leggings, if I source everything through Printful, and you order a coffee mug and a tank top and a pair of leggings and a blanket, it all comes together in the same package with my logo on the outside of it. Okay, and that for me was like, oh, I saw this going across borders and I was like, this is it. Because I saw my book going across borders with my logo on it, my packages, my products going across borders with my logo on it. I was like, oh, baby, now we're in motion. Let me share something else with you. Not only do they have incredible print in their print quality, they offer branding. So I could put my logo inside of my clothes on clothes they offered that in. Bingo. That for me was like, oh, so when people, and then I thought, hey, I should put my URL in there with the logo and connect and purchase this domain, unhiddenheroines.com. I should purchase that domain and put it underneath my logo and my garments, in my garments, that when people buy a pair of leggings, they know how to reorder right there with them. Or if someone's like, oh my God, I love those leggings. Where'd you get that? They're legging designs that you will never see anywhere else. Okay? Oh my God, where'd you get those leggings? Hey, the URL's in the back of them, right? It's easy to reorder. Branding, branding, branding. So here's what I did. Once I figured this stuff out, I was like, oh, now it's on like Donkey Kong. Okay, get to designing. And these leggings are available from 2 extra small to 6X. Boom, print quality in check, branding in check. They have 13 fulfillment locations in the world. That offers it. That's in alignment with my international vision for my company and my book and my lifestyle as a traveler. Like I am opening gateways energetically all over the world with everything I'm doing. Okay, check. They also offer sizes 2 extra small through 6X. So now I can design with all of my heart, and I order the sample orders. Not only was the print quality incredible, the branding, the fit. I was like, oh my God, like the fit. And the kind that I chose were high-rise crossover leggings. Okay, but it was, okay, this is a pair of leggings that I would absolutely stand behind. I would be proud to represent. I would be proud to sell it to my customers. I would be proud to market it. I would be willing to represent if a customer was unhappy because I would know that I have gone above and beyond in all these other areas to deliver to my queens out there who love leggings. So then I started designing. Let me show you some of these amazing designs. One of them, I thought I am going to take pictures of, or put together a design of pictures that I took of artwork and murals while I was backpacking through Colombia. And I'm going to use that also I was going to launch my memoir officially in April 2021. I was going to launch my business in January 1st, 2021. And I'm going to use that design also to help leverage my book launch. Go backpacking with me through Colombia. That's what people wanted to read about, these rogue adventures and what in life led me through to that path of leaving the U.S. and monster. So I did. I created this design, this beautiful radiant design of Colombian flags and artwork, graffiti, okay? This is my most popular design, this design of all the world flags. This started on leggings. This was so popular that I was like, hey, I wonder if I put this design on other products. And I made a separate section in my store that was for travel collection only with this world flag pattern all over it, and just see what sells. Put it on a water bottle, an all over print hoodie, kids leggings, men's leggings, joggers, a blanket. Guys, last holiday season I sold 40 of the blankets. So far this holiday season I sold over 40 of those blankets. It's like my most popular item. So you can also see what designs work for you and then put them on other products and see what sells. Let your customers tell you what they like. So anyway, leggings. It all started with leggings. I came up with a world map design to put on leggings, which now is on other things as well. It was so popular. A midi dress, a blanket, skirts. I sell it all. This, okay, the world. Wear that world map. You can't go out into the world. You damn sure can wear the world on you. So is that. I created a pair that says hello and peace in over 100 different languages, so that it's to connect people with languages from cultures around the world and traveling. I'm a linguist and I love learning new languages, and I am definitely, it's like it opens portals of energy all around the world to different cultures and different languages and crossing different borders. So, and it's colorful and happy. This is just an example of a fun one. Money. This is a popular one as well. I sell this skirt, I sell the skater dress, I put it on other things as well. And just look at it. Every single one of them has my label and my URL in them. Let me fast forward to, this all started on Shopify. And something else that I knew was of utmost importance was for someone to get on a page and be willing to spend $60 on a pair of leggings or $50 on a pair of leggings. Like, what's the first thing that you look at when you get on an online store? Of course, you look to see how professional things look. Is there a banner? Is there a sale going on? Is shipping included or not? What is it? Is it disclosed? The exact amount I'm going to pay? Are there going to be hidden fees? Who is this person? Is there buyer evidence? Are there product reviews? Are there, product reviews? That's something I look at for sure. So, all that to say, there are lots of really cool factors about the Shopify store that I was having so much fun. I was like, oh, but in order to be able to offer product reviews, you have to download an app. Guess what that means? A 2-week free trial, and then what? Cha-ching! It costs money. An upsell features all kinds of cool apps that recommend upsells for 30% off. If you get one item for 20% off, which is already a snag, a buyer's like, 20% off. I gotta have that right now. It's a design I'll never find anywhere else. And then they put it in their cart, and then a thing comes up saying, since you like the world map pair of leggings, here's a world flag pair of leggings for 30% off. They're gonna buy it. So it upsells, right? Well, that app is pretty cool, but guess what? 2-week free trial, and then guess what? Cha-ching! It costs $10 a month. Then I was like, okay, I've got the legging part figured out. I know that this print provider provides all these different products. Everything's alignment with. They offer the sizes I demand, or that I desire to offer for my customers. They offer branding. They offer international shipping. They offer all this stuff. Like, everything on this end is taken care of. Okay, let's make Shopify do all of this stuff. This was the platform that I had chosen as a host for my online store. And not only did I discover it was going to cost all that extra money for a month to be able to enact this incredibly, dynamic e-commerce store, which, although it was beautiful, was going to cost me like $110, $120 a month after those extra apps were applied. And then I discovered it's a pain in the ass to do international shipping with Shopify. You have to download even extra apps to convert currency at the end of it for customers in other countries to check out. you have to manually translate your website. To do it for free, you have to download yet another app that will only do so much at one time. Well, I had like 500 products between legging designs and matching sports bras and tank tops. I had book merch with empowering slogans on them for women. Some of that merch, the slogans came from chapter titles in my book and tattoos I have on my body. It was like all branded with me and my story. So I thought, another freaking roadblock. But that's life of an entrepreneur. I was like, keep looking. You already got this part of it figured out. You know you're going with Printful. You've got designs created. Okay, where can we go? So that's how I discovered Etsy. I will say my store launch on Shopify was amazing. My social media followers, my readers, they're the same people that helped me build my book launch. They believed in me. They supported me. They bought products. They left reviews. They shared it on social media. I was like, man, I put all this effort into launching my brand. I got all these reviews on products on the Shopify store, and now I've got to shut this shit down. Like, because I knew I was ready to go back to Colombia, and I was like, I can't support $100+ a month right now. And then I realized as well, Shopify being a platform as opposed to a marketplace is a big difference. How do I drive traffic to my store? Facebook ads. Oh, gee, what does that mean? More money. Facebook and IG ads, both. More money. To SEO optimize my stuff. I had no idea even what that meant. To search engine optimize my collections and each product in my collection. Otherwise, that's basically what helps people find you on the internet. How are people going to find my leggings? Okay, so I uploaded everything when I type in world map leggings. Mine were like on page 50. Well, how do I make them be on page 1? SEO optimization. Embedding optimization in those photos on your Shopify website. Oh, I didn't know all of that stuff. Well, how do I do that? Do I have time to learn about how to do all that and take a whole university class about it? No, I don't. I don't have the money for that. I don't have the time for that. I just spent all this time doing all this work, putting together these products in the store. Well, I guess I could look on Fiverr and I could see if someone could do it. Guess what that means? More money. To even be seen, to even have traffic to my store. Hey, how much it costs to have somebody optimize an entire Shopify store? It's gonna be at least $1,000 because I had so many products. So I was like, well, okay, what are facts? As much as it hurts to acknowledge this fact, I will not be able to support this expense on Shopify. Thank you for the great experience. I don't have time to stay here and count my losses. I need to use that energy to look for different opportunities. That's what entrepreneurs do. We make adversity our greatest asset. So that's how I found Etsy. Etsy is my life and my joy. I discovered Etsy. Here's why I decided to choose Etsy. Etsy's a marketplace. What does that mean? Etsy.com. It is a marketplace in which last year alone, sellers in 200 countries have stores posted on Etsy and are actively selling products. Over 90 million online shoppers last year bought products off of Etsy in over 200 countries. Etsy is a worldwide marketplace. Etsy has no monthly fee. Etsy charges 20 cents per listing to get your listings on there. They charge a 6.5% transaction fee, which a lot of people bitch about, but I'm like, Etsy markets your products. They want your products to sell. Why? You're offering something new and unique to the market. So people want to come in there and find your products. That attracts traffic to their store. Guess what happens when customers are happy and they buy your products off their marketplace? They make a commission on it. They have incentive to market for it. It was going to cost me a hell of a whole lot more than that to market my stuff on Shopify. And I'm still going to have to pay $30 a month, whether I was successful or not with my business. And so that brings traffic from worldwide. Etsy's website, your shop is super easy to set up. It syncs with Print-on-Deman, which lots of Etsy sellers are pissed. They're throwing a ruckus like on their Etsy forums on social media. It is not fair. It's for homemade vintage goods. They're selling candles and bath bombs and kumbaya shit. Well, it's not fair that Print-on-Demand entrepreneurs have gotten on their marketplace and flooded the marketplace with, we're not really making homemade goods. It's like, Walmart comes in and overtakes the mom and pop stores. But I'm like, hey, you could do the same thing if you wanted. Work smarter, not harder. I am working my ass off. I'm creating designs. I'm figuring out what customers want, which designs. I'm putting designs on products. I'm learning how to optimize them. I'm putting all the work into building Etsy shops, and it takes work and time and talent. I'm putting in the customer service to build relationships with my customers. Okay, so it is work. Okay, it's not hands off. It's not just passive, like, woo. It's not completely passive. You have to have your app on your phone. It's another reason. Etsy has an app, an easy app on the phone. 2 months ago, I was in the coffee village in Jardín in Colombia. And I was way out in the mountains, surrounded by coffee farms. Like, oh my God, I can be in my bliss, my favorite little spot. The phone goes off, cha-ching, Etsy sale. And I was like, man, the first thing I do is, what I sell? What they like? I go, I look it up, and I'm like, oh my God, she loved that dress. She bought it, I made $20. On that design, on that mini dress, everything that I do comes from my heart and my soul, like from a place of authenticity and joy and love. She bought that dress. She felt the same, like, when she saw it as I felt when I created it. And I put that vibe into it, into the work that I did. She bought that. That put $20 in my pocket after Etsy took out their fee. While I am hiking the mountains in Colombia. I deserve this. It makes me want to cry right now. I deserve this. And what is my life going to look like in 6 months from now as this keeps growing and expanding, right? So anyway, Etsy is my passion. Why? Also, there's no limit to how many products you can upload to your Etsy store. Now, granted, I don't think it's a good idea to have 3,000 products in your store, but do you? There's no limit. You can figure out if you want to do Printify, if you want to do Printful, if you want to start if you want to find a print provider that syncs with Etsy that offers pet collars and pet mats, and you want to start your own pet supply business, do it. And offer 300 designs and have a pet shop, do it. Go for it. If your passion is all over print shoes, which they offer now through Printful, and you want to set up a US-based company with over 100 designs of all over print high-top sneakers, do you, boo? Do it. The sky is the limit to how many shops, and there's no limit to how many shops you can have. Here's the thing. No, I think I'll say that for another video. I wanted to tell you how I ended up on Etsy, and then I'll have another video about things I wish I knew with Etsy in the next video. It took me 4 months to get my first sale on Etsy. That was a kick in the tail after having a successful store launch on Shopify and then having to fucking upload everything again and do it on Etsy and figure out Etsy, which I made mistakes. Things didn't sync. It's all a part of the beautiful process of being an entrepreneur, we both know. And it's given me knowledge to impart with you. But then it was, what designs are going to sell and what aren't? What are selling? So then I had decisions to make. And now, granted, there are things I'm going to go into in a different video talking about how to make your Etsy shop more successful with sales, with customer service, how to get reviews, things I wish I would have known that cause a problem in the long run, and how to fix it. My first store was such a great joy and has been such a success, in my opinion. It is not a 0 to 80 business. Okay, I'm approaching 500 sales. Approaching it to my 2-year mark. I consider that a glorious success because I look at it where it was at the end of my first year. I had 100 sales. Now I have almost 500 sales. I am doubling my sales every month. What is that going to look like progressively going forward next year, guys? And not only that, but it was so much fun to create. I know how to do it now that I set up my second shop. I lost my cat, my daughter. She was approaching her 19th birthday. Actually, a year ago today was her last car ride to the vet. And she's a part of my story. If you ever read my story, you'll know how she saved my life in so many ways. She was my sidekick and everything, my best friend for 19 years, okay? She was with me on death's doorstep for many years with my cycles of destruction, my suicide attempts, my addiction, my trauma recovery, etc. So after I went through that chapter a week before Christmas last year, that it was time for me to say goodbye. Her kidneys were failing. She could hardly even get up. And I just knew that if I loved her, I had to take her. I thought, why can't I create a cat lover brand and set up a cat lover shop? Why can't I? And I'm setting it up as a temple for her, as an altar. And it's a way that she can always shine light on my path. And the designs that my love for her inspires, with just cats in general, but especially her, can bring joy to cat lovers all over the world. And so I did. I launched my cat lover business in April. Here are a couple of designs for my cat lover store. But again, leggings, pajama pants, dresses, kids leggings, kids shirts. And I launched, actually no, it was in July. I built it in April. I launched it in July. Here's like just an examples of this, and the name of, oops. Here's another pair. Do-do-do. Great kitties with pineapples. I named this shop The Cat Lady. And I bought the domain name and I put the URL in there. I am the Cat Lady shop. And I also have, I designed a third Etsy shop because my comic book leggings and dresses and skirts were so popular on my Unhidden Heroine shop that I was like, comic book needs to have they need to have their own thing. So I went ahead and made a comic book shop, and that's under the URL mycomicslove.com. But yeah, My Comics Love, like that. And this holiday, I celebrated 22 sales on my cat lover shop, which is incredible for Etsy algorithms as a new seller. Oh my God. And reviews. Like next year, guys, my Unhidden Heroine stuff popping off. Now it's twice this year as it was the year before. What's next year gonna look like? I have 450 some sales on my Unhidden Heroine shop. 117. I don't want to say all of them are 5-star reviews, but it looks like they are because I've only had a couple of bad reviews. That's like a 25% rate of review. For every 400 products I sell, I get 100 reviews back. That is incredible. That is rare, okay? And then my comic book store, I officially, I think, 2 or 3 sales, and I got my first review on that. So that's Etsy algorithms. Guys, next year when all this is popping off, what kind of quality of life am I going to have? You see, it's worth it. Etsy, and I've got products made for 2 more brands, for 2 more stores next year. One's going to be a shark lover theme, and the other one is going to be a penguins and panda bear theme, which is also inspired by cats in a different way. But the sky's the limit. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. I know that there were probably points that I missed, and there were probably points that were a little scattered at times. But if there are questions that you have in the comments that you want me to address in a different video, please leave them. If there's a way that I can help you on your journey, if there's a way to create a life of your dreams, I'm doing it. Do I have it all figured out? No, but I'm having fun on the way of trying to figure it out. I'm actively and successfully figuring it out. And if the mistakes I have made along the way can benefit you in some way to do something different and better, and then we can all therefore learn from you, that is awesome. I believe that there is enough in this universe for everybody to have more than enough and live in abundance. We just gotta help each other and lift each other up. Get out of that poverty mentality and help each other, lift each other up. I am currently working on a series of ebooks also in this area that are like how to spark creativity to create different store themes and different brands, different ideas to get you to spark your own creativity. You do you. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. And I have another video I'm going to do on that as well because I did my marketing and everything way different than other people's. I'm going to talk about that next, okay? I hope this provided some kind of value for you. If you feel that it did, I would just love for you to subscribe to my channel. Because as soon as I am monetized, I will have another source of income that is going to empower me to live the life of my dreams, traveling as a female alone in South America. That will eventually be a female alone in Central America and Europe and all over the world. But it empowers me as a freelance author to get this stuff out there in edited quality form, to get my book translated, and want to get my book translated into 2 other languages. I'm also, this next year 3. I've got bids on Turkish, Arabic, and Russian. My story is helping a lot of women, guys. Okay, I tell my story about how I overcame kidnapping and violent sexual assault when I was 20 years old. I had always dreamt of traveling. And when I went through that, I didn't know what to do with it. I was that on top of much other family trauma that I openly talk about in my book. It's not for this channel at this moment, in this video. And I spill the truth in my book. My book won an award in Europe this past year. That's what this little white thing is. It's available in 6 languages on Amazon. You can actually has 69 reviews on Amazon now. You can go check out yourself if you want to see what other readers are saying. The link to check it out is in the comments. But I'm also going to post, I am opening up GoFundMe. I'm trying to figure out which crowdfunding platform to open up on. If anybody watching feels inspired to contribute to donating, to getting my book translated in other languages, I open myself up to that abundance. I know that there's a queen out there who would desire to sponsor me and all the work that I am doing to help other women on my pathway as I travel, that would not bat an eye at throwing $5,000 towards a translation or $10,000 towards getting these certain things financed. So anyway, if you know of anyone who'd be interested or you want to check out my book, please do so. You're supporting me as a freelance author and showing women that they can do anything. You can get out and face your fears. You can face abusers. You can speak the truth about it and move on with your life and still be happy and get your power and your happiness back. And yeah, leave me comments about anything else you would like for me to talk about. I'm an open book. My life's an open book. I love you. I believe in the infinite totality of possibilities. And I think that is it for today. I will sign off and I'll be back with another video talking about things I wish I would have known about Etsy before starting that maybe could help you. Peace and prosperity to you.